There we go. Now we live. Yeah, we ain't gotta play the whole thing. All right, thank y'all, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in to a Sunday Night Live edition. This is topics of discussion. I'm your host, 58 South, along with Mr. Mashawn Robinson. I previously thought that Mr. Robertson, excuse me, was an Aggie. He had to correct me real quick. Like, hold on, man, I'm an HBCU graduate, but blue and gold is not my thing. I'm a graduate of. Let them know.
Alabama A&M University. Go Bulldogs.
Okay, Bulldogs. Okay, Bulldogs. How was your Thanksgiving, sir?
Oh, it was great, man. Had a, I'm still full now. Had a great time with family, fellowshipping, and I just enjoyed it. Hope you did as well.
Yeah, man. Unfortunately, I had to work, so I just had a little quick meal when I got off, and had to get ready to do it all over again on Black Friday, man. But still grateful to see another Thanksgiving. So no complaints on this side. No complaints on this
Absolutely,
side.
absolutely.
See, Mr. Robertson is a Philadelphia. No, excuse me. I definitely like to mess that up. A Chicago Bears fan. They just beat the Eagles.
Absolutely, absolutely. Had to get on my boy. I got a very close friend. He's a diehard Philly fan, man. So I had to get on him on Friday about us tagging him a little bit.
Y'all had any wager on it? Like you got to wear Eagles jersey if he win.
No, no, not really, man. Just more of a friendly thing.
Understand it. Understand it. I don't even with my teams, man. I can't even bet like that because I'd have so many other teams' jerseys to wear.
Yeah,
I'd have to wear a Saints jersey, who a Buffalo jersey. Like yeah, just I'd have to have a lot of different jerseys this season. And one time for the S&P 500 Panthers, we just won another game that nobody thought we had any business winning by beating the
yeah,
Rams. So there you
yeah.
go.
They do it good though, man. I mean, I dare you to find more than 5, 6 people thought the Panthers was gonna win more than 5 games this year.
Now
It's still there.
I did say we were gonna win more than five, but I had us topped out at six. I just said we were
Yeah.
gonna do better than last season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I still don't even understand us still being in the running for a playoff position and leading the division. This is insane to me at this time of the year.
Man, look, they doing their thing. They doing their thing. Just need some more consistency from that quarterback, man. He up and down, so the team gonna be up and down. You know,
Yeah, man.
um, they got some good running backs. They used them pretty well today, and they need to do that more consistently in the rest of their game moving forward. I think.
Yeah. Excuse me. Okay, so keeping it along football, one of the main reasons me and Mr. Roberson are here is because there was an article on the HBCU Game Day app written by Stephen J. Gaither, who's a Winston Salem State graduate, and what the article was talking about was the backlash that NCA&T is getting for leaving the MEAC. After reading the article, what were your thoughts on the article?
Well, I think the backlash is probably more of a personal thing than something that's really warranted. I mean, there's a lot of there's a lot of benefits to moving to the conference that they did, but most of it being a financial benefit and things of that nature. Um, but because A&T has not fared well uh, competing in that new conference or against the teams that they played that were in their old conference, they're getting whooped by everybody.
Right.
So it's is causing a lot or giving a lot of people room to critique it in a negative way, and that's I think that's a big deal in itself because no team moves, particularly when they're trying to move up in conference competition. You're not expecting to uh, have trouble with the teams in the conference that you left. You're supposed to be better than them. So I think one thing that I thought was that they were expecting to be able to recruit better because of the move into that new conference, and they just haven't been able to so far.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you said that. Speaking of recruiting, right before we had actually went live tonight, I had saw on it was on Instagram, Ben Bulware out of Winston Salem, actually from Oak Grove High School, 6'5", 290 defensive lineman, ranked number 58 defensive lineman in the country. He has chosen A&T over a lot of Power Five schools, man. So I'm
That's
not sure
good.
if that's yeah I'm not sure if that's going to start a trend or if he's strategic in the fact that I go to A&T, shine, and let another big school poach me from A&T. That's who knows.
Well, unfortunately, that's kind of been the trend, man. When they go to HBCU first, they end up getting poached by someone if they shine. I know at my particular school, Alabama A&M, the guy Tank Dell. I don't know if you know him that played for the Houston Texans. He's injured right now, but he played for Alabama A&M. Had a good season, and then he went off to University of Houston where he shined a lot before getting drafted and stuff. So that's kind of going to be. We got to take advantage of them while we got them.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I on some earlier episodes this year, I said something to the effect that all the I hate to say lesser, but the lower tier schools should just act as farm leagues for the big schools, man. I mean, because you can't stop a kid from leaving. So what you do, you get him in, you give him the playing time that he's not going to get at that big school right away. Most of them aren't. Some guys have that talent and they'll start right away, but most of them aren't. So instead of just letting them sit the bench and learn, get some how they say it in the regular work world that on the
Oh,
job training.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, get them that on the job training, and then after that year or two, all right, and we part ways with you. But there's got to be some type of they have to come up with some type of like financial agreement slash compensation, I guess, with the school. That way, we're not putting stuff into you, knowing we're gonna lose you without getting anything back. So, however they can work that out, I think they should. But
Well, I have a lot of thoughts about that from an NIL standpoint. What I'm
okay,
assuming you're talking about.
yes, sir.
I think that NIL is good, but there needs to be some kind of contractual obligation for the kids to and I think a kid that takes an NIL deal that is substantial at any school needs to have a 2 year commitment at that school. So that you because no one wants to see. First of all, if you make it to the NFL, you're not really getting trained enough if you're playing in a well critiqued way. If you're going from school to school to school and you play for four different schools, you coming to the NFL, you green. I mean, you even though you have done a lot in college, you haven't been given the proper skill set to thrive in the NFL, in my opinion. If you stay at one school, at least 2 years, you working with that same coaching staff, and they are training you to learn some things that will get you to that next level. That's kind of what I think about what you just said, and that'll help the school have more of a window with you to win.
Just speaking to I guess learning the system and executing in that system by being there for the 2 years.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Got you, got you. Now something else that was in the article when he was talking about how he being Mr. Gaither, that it's unfair that people are saying or being kind of resentful for A&T leaving the MEAC and going to the CAA, thinking or saying that just because even if they were to go back to the MEAC, wouldn't guarantee them any victories because the schools they played in the MEAC have been blowing them out just like the
It
CAA
have.
schools. I think
Mm-hmm.
like five. It's been 5 or 6 times this season where
Right.
we've had 60 points dropped on our head, man. And some of those games were at home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think he in particular he was saying about that point in that article. He was saying that if you saying that they can come back into MEAC and dominate, that's a slap in the face of how the MEAC is right now.
Exactly.
You think the
Disrespectful.
MEAC is a garbage league too? Then if a school can come right back that was good in that school and just have a soft landing, they need to own. I think he said in particular they need to own the path that they're on, which I agree with. They do need to, you know, grow into that, and I think they will. But it's just they got to make some better decisions in terms of the recruitment. Um, you know, there's just a lot of things that have changed with NCAA athletics in the last few years.
Yeah, yeah. I see where the coaching staff is undergoing some changes.
Right.
I didn't read exactly who's in and who's out, but I did see where they said the coaching staff is undergoing some changes. So that should be hopefully that trends in a positive direction.
It should, man. Hopefully it does. Um, you know, I I think, like I said, I read something too about how they're using this. I guess what they call I guess it's like a brokering service where they help you broker your NIL deals, and A&T is using that to get some kids some deals with McDonald's and stuff like that. Hopefully, that will help them compete, and maybe that's how they got the guy that you mentioned earlier. But yes, they need to get some things moving in that conference because um, you definitely. I guess there are some benefits though to it though, because other schools have moved into conferences and been dormant a long time, but nobody really wants that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I look at what App State did when they switched conferences. They didn't start off hot right away.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
that gives me a lot of hope, you know. And
They
plus,
didn't.
yeah, plus the fan base didn't go anywhere. It didn't dwindle or nothing like that when they switched conferences. So they still have the support. Now it's just about putting the product out there that people can be, proud of, for lack of a better term.
Hmm.
And and from what I was understanding, the move was really, you know, for the cut travel cost and to also enhance their academic
It
resources.
it was, yeah. Because the CAA has a lot of schools that they call R1 schools, meaning
Yeah,
they
research.
do a lot of research, have a lot of research grants and research graduates, and A&T is trying to get to that status, so that was the way to do that. Um, one point I want to make though that I think all HBCUs need to do, in my opinion, and I put this I posted it on Facebook last year when Travis Hunter won Heisman. Him and Shador Sanders went to Jackson State, even though he won it from Colorado. Jackson State need to claim those boys as their own and get them on the sideline. Whoever like A&T got Tariq Cohen, right? I mean, I don't know. I know he's not in the NFL anymore, but whoever else that they have that's in the NFL, they need to get those guys to come and stand on the sidelines at their games. Get the whatever media partners they are using to show these guys at their games. Like you look at like my University of Miami. Michael Irvin, he ain't played for University of Miami in almost 40 years. But you see him on the sideline every game, and they
Yeah,
show him, and
yeah.
he's rooting them on. That helps your visibility, man. Um, I just think whoever A&T has like that, Cohen, whatever other guys that they have that made it to the promised land in the NFL, they need to try to use those guys to come back and help the school from a visibility standpoint.
Well, hopefully somebody's listening to this and they're taking heed to that information, man. I just think any positive energy we can get over there is going to help out the situation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, speaking of positive energy, your Chicago Bulls started off great, started off hot. You know what I mean? What seems to be the issue down there in old Chicago, man? Other than Jordan doesn't play.
Well, first of all, I don't think that. I think we need a new coach. I haven't liked Billy Donovan being a coach in a few years, and I think they extended him last year. I didn't know what we were doing when we got Josh Giddey and traded away the guy that helped Oklahoma City win the chip last year. Gosh, what's his name? He played for the Lakers too.
Caruso.
Caruso, yes.
Yeah.
Traded him away for this guy. He ain't helping us. So I think there's a lot of moves that have been made that are just they're just not panning out, man. Our team, um, they want to run a lot, but I don't see a lot of heart in the team. I don't see a lot of grit with them. So I think that we need to they need to make some better personnel moves and get and honestly I don't think Billy Donovan is a good NBA coach, even though he's been there for quite a while now. I just think he's better as a college guy.
Okay. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. Judging by the teams that you root for, professionally wise, are you from Chicago?
I am not. No, but it's just I get asked that all the time. No, I'm from Mobile, Alabama. Actually, I'm from Alabama, but I started pulling for the Bulls because of Michael Jordan. He was a national phenomenon, obviously. So I started pulling for him by like I think it was like I'm telling my age here, maybe 88 or something, 87, 88 or something. I started pulling for him, and then I when I started liking the Chicago Bears because I liked the way they played. I liked how much they ran the ball, how tough they were with Walter Payton and Neil Anderson and them, and that just kind of drew me on to them. And I don't really follow this team that much anymore, but I do also. If you ask me who my baseball team is, I like the Chicago Cubs too,
That's
because they came on where I grew up. You could watch the WGN had Chicago Cubs on, or you could watch TBS with the Atlanta Braves.
yeah,
And
yeah.
Chicago Cubs was better than the Atlanta Braves. They both wasn't that good, but Chicago was better, so I chose them. So I know I'm not from there, but I do pull for the teams up there.
Okay, okay. Explain to me what's so different about this Bears team this year from last year.
Well,
Of course, other than Ben Johnson
well,
being the coach.
I was just gonna say that. I mean, clearly, their coach has a direction. He knows what he's doing. He's not gonna flip out on it, and he's able to, in a tight game, he seems to keep his cool. Last year, in tight games, our coach didn't know what he was doing. Our time management last year was horrible versus time management this year. You see how many close games we won this year so far.
Yeah,
Last year, we lost all those kind of games. We lost to Green Bay last year on the last play. Lost to Detroit on the last play when the coach didn't call a timeout. Had one, just let 45 seconds run off the clock. So that kind of thing right there. Secondly, Caleb Williams is playing more under control. He's taking in a lot of plays. He's taking what the defense gives him, doing the check downs. Um, taking an intermediate throw versus trying to hold the ball and make a huge play. He's not doing those things this year. Not as much anyway. Sometimes, but not nearly as much. So he's not taking nowhere near as many sacks. And the defense, they're getting a lot of turnovers. They've gotten like 25, 26 turnovers this year. Or takeaways, I mean. That's huge. Last year, at this point of the year, they might not even had half that many. They're leading the league in turnovers. So if when you got those three things and them winning these close games like they are, them beating Philly Friday is really boosting their confidence. These guys really think they can win. They think they can beat anybody now that they done beat Pittsburgh and Philly in like 5 days. You gonna have to when you come up in there and play Chicago, you're gonna have to beat them now. They're not gonna beat themselves. So I think that's the big difference. Now, and we got a huge opportunity to win this division, and we can get the top seed in the NFC. We can do that. So I'm very excited for the team.
Okay, okay. Well, you definitely have a lot better shot than we do down here at Bank of America Stadium. I'll definitely say that. I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask you about these teams real quick. What was the most surprising victory this past week? Uh, well, there's us beating the Rams. You had the Cowboys beating the Chiefs. Green Bay defeating Detroit in Detroit. Of course, your Bears beating the Eagles and Cincinnati beating Baltimore. Which one out of those games? Which one was the most surprising?
The Panthers beating the Panthers beating the Rams, man. I could I couldn't have predicted that. I would not have predicted that. I would say that would be the most, and then the second one would probably be uh, the Bengals beating the Ravens because I thought
Yeah.
the Ravens was pretty hot, and the Bengals still trying to find their way, and I didn't think Joe Burrow was gonna come back and eat them up like he did. Most times, even if you good, it take your first game back, you don't come back on the heater like he came. So I would say those two, man, but definitely the Panthers was a big surprise today.
I'm gonna be laughing about that game for the rest of the week.
Hey man, but don't don't tell me this. Do you how you think the Panthers gonna play next week?
That's the thing, man. We played well today, so that means we're gonna score like 9 points next week.
Yeah,
That's
because y'all
just
should have beat San Francisco too. That game was um, they handed it to you. We had three interceptions in the first half, so you know
Brock Purdy tried everything he did to give us that
he
game, and we
he,
just
he
didn't want it.
tried to Panthers ain't want it, so yeah, but they playing well though, man. I ain't gonna take nothing away from them.
And I need consistency. But
I feel you.
speaking along the lines of consistency, it's official. Lane Kiffin is leaving those young men at Ole Miss high and dry right before
Yes,
bowl season starts, and he's about to go join LSU. I feel sorry for the young men at Ole Miss because you're having this great season. It's getting ready to be college football playoff time, and
hmm
now you got to deal with no head coach. Well, not no head coach, but the head coach who put you in position.
right. I mean I feel some kind of way about it. I don't care for Lane Kiffin, man. I never have. I always thought he was kind of an opportunist, and
Mm.
and I've always thought that he failed up. Like this the first time he's had a team that he's coached up. Now, Mississippi is doing Ole Miss is doing well, um, and I feel like you. I feel sorry for those young men, but you know they got a shot. It's a lot of teams have the same coach, but they don't have no shot. They gonna get in the playoff, so they still got a shot to make the most of this season. And what better way to throw it up in old Lane face than to go out there and win that chip? So they go out there and do their thing in that playoff, make him look crazy. Because I don't think he's going to win at LSU like that. Um,
I'm wondering who he takes from Ole Miss with him to Baton Rouge. That's gonna be the thing, because I'm sure all those players will. For one, when you recruit, that they're
mhm.
there for you and because of you. So I'm sure some of them have already start making plans to go to LSU. At least I'm hoping. I'm
They
hoping.
probably they probably have, man. Um, you know, it's still a thing though that you got to look at. In my opinion, LSU plays even though they're in the same conference. LSU plays a harder schedule than Ole Miss every year because they're in the division of the SEC that typically always has the most ranked teams. They in there with Georgia, Alabama, themselves, and it's one other team over there on that side that they typically have to play each year. With Mississippi, they over there with Auburn. Um, uh, Vanderbilt
Florida.
is good. They not in the division with Georgia though.
Oh, Florida,
So
Florida. I think Florida's in the
yeah,
East too.
they in the East too with
Yeah.
Florida and them, I believe. So that's one thing. But he might take those guys with him. I just maybe it's just me because I don't like the way he operate and do things. I might be way off base, and he may come in there and do real well. But I think he should have stayed with Ole Miss. I think just to see them boys through. But
Yeah.
hey, man, I mean, I don't know what would I have done. I'm offered that kind of money to go somewhere else. What would I say too? I can't, you know.
7 years, 12 million a year, plus
Yeah,
bonuses and incentives, man.
that's a lot to turn down, right?
Yeah, I mean, we say we feel sorry for the kids, but now in today's college football landscape, if the kids get offered some bread, they can leave now too. So
Mm-hmm. The kid, yep. So I can't say that, but he did what he felt he had to do, bro.
like we all do, like we all do.
Mm-hmm. That's
The
right.
Miami do the Miami Hurricanes deserve to be in the college football playoff?
Yes, especially um, no, I'm sorry, they're not playing in the ACC chip, are they? They're
Uh,
not
they
playing in it.
they needed so many things to go wrong for other teams yesterday, man.
Yeah,
I don't think it panned out for them.
yeah, because this is why I think Miami should be in. Though they beat Notre Dame. Notre Dame is like number 9 right
Mm-hmm.
now ahead of them. So head to head matchups gotta matter. They played Notre Dame and they beat them. But
Even even if they lost their 2 games in the ACC.
yeah, they record still is still 10-2, just like they got the same record as Notre Dame. They beat them. Notre Dame lost to now both Notre Dame losses are good losses. I think they lost to Ohio State and Miami. They ain't losing nobody else. So those are better teams than the ones Miami lost to. But head to head got to matter too. What you think?
Um, I think that Carson Beck blew it for Miami. I think
Hmm.
Carson Beck blew it for Miami, and that's the reason Georgia didn't mind letting him go, because he shown when he was at Georgia when it's big game time.
Hmm.
I'm a Jameis Winston this thing. I'm a, I'm gonna get some picks. I'm gonna get you some picks that you didn't ask for. So
Yeah,
that's what I think. Will the committee put them in?
I don't
They
think they
have,
will.
yeah, I guess they have a history of doing the ACC teams bad. Just think about Florida State a couple years ago.
Hmm.
Even though I think that was pretty much a mercy call on Florida State, because you got to remember that Jordan Travis was injured, and that Florida
Yeah,
State team was not the same Florida State team without Jordan Travis. They, as you can see by the results, they got trampled on in the bowl game that they did make. So
yeah, they got whooped.
they got whooped pretty good. So it's going to be between the Big Ten and the SEC. I think who's going to win the whole thing, and it may be Indiana, man, a team that we're not really talking about a whole lot, but I don't see any holes in that squad, man. Kurt Signetti might just come away with him a championship this year.
Plus, they got. I mean, their quarterback is much upgraded from last year. So that was the issue last year. I mean, I still believe I got to see it to believe it. The big game, the big games in this playoff is the pressure is ratcheted up. But I can't say you're wrong. I can't say you're wrong, man. They got a good team. They got some good players on it. I watched them play Penn State, although you know, Penn State almost beat them, but they looked pretty good in that game. Um, so Indiana, hey, we'll see.
I'm trying to look at the so the top 10 that are in the playoffs. So Alabama's in it, Texas A&M, of course, Oklahoma, Oregon. Mm. So if you had to pick, who's your favorite for the national championship?
Um, man, looking at obviously, I'm an Alabama fan, so I want Alabama to win
Right.
it. But
Right.
just looking at where it is, I would say Georgia, man.
Really.
Georgia or I, Ohio State. I can't really. I just don't think they play a good schedule, man. I mean, they beat Texas the first game, and the rest of the games, I don't. I mean, to me, they played a lot of cupcakes, in my opinion.
Mm.
Um, Looking at this, we mentioned Indiana, but if I'm looking at a team that I think has been, battle tested and can really do it, man, I'm saying I think Georgia. You know,
Georgia. Okay.
Georgia or Texas A&M. They just lost, but they played well up until that point. But the rest of the teams that look like they gonna get in, man. Georgia or Ole Miss, in my opinion. But and Ole Miss just lost their coach, so that's why I didn't say them.
Right. 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 Well, we can definitely say this though. This is the most wide open I've seen it since
Yes,
they've started it. So
I'm
that's
not
that's a great
confident
thing.
like that in Georgia. That's just
Yeah.
because of what you said. It is wide open. All these teams are very evenly matched. Um, so yeah, it's gonna be real interesting to watch it.
Absolutely. Hey, thank y'all so much for watching. Where y'all at? Watching from YouTube, watching from Facebook, or watching on the Riverside app. I put the link into the comment section if anybody wants to get on. If you wanted to not necessarily debate, but that's up to you. If you want to discuss one of the sports topics we're talking about, come on in here. Come on in here. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Do a little NBA talk, man. The Detroit Pistons being the top of the Eastern Conference is shocking to me. I like the way they played last season,
Hmm.
playing tough, taking the Knicks down to the wire in the playoffs. But I didn't see that team growing up this fast. I won't lie to anybody. I did not see that coming.
Hmm. Well, no, I don't think anybody saw them doing that, but we did see them as an improved team. I definitely thought they would be good
Yeah.
and good enough to compete because I think that star they have, Cade Cunningham, I think he the truth, man, and
Yes,
I think
sir.
they got a good, solid team around him now. Like they are built, in my opinion, like the old school Pistons, man.
I said this yesterday. I said they got that same mentality, and not only that, but Isaiah Stewart has decided to be the chocolate Bill
Yep,
Lambier.
yep. They built just like, I mean, of course they run a little bit more than that team did, but man, they built like them old school Pistons, so they gonna be hard to beat. And in the East, with it being wide open like it is, hey man, I wouldn't be surprised because I'm gonna switch it up on you though real quick because I
All
just
right,
thought
all right.
about something that I heard
Yeah.
on the show. Atlanta Hawks, right? I thought
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta Hawks was gonna be good when they got Kristaps Porzingis and stuff. And somebody was talking about, are they better without Trey Young because they've been playing better since Trey Young's been hurt.
Yeah.
And I think they are. I think Trey Young is he you can't build a team around a player like him. But what's your thoughts about that?
Trey Young, along with James Harden, and it was one other one that I had thoughts of at the time because they're all the same. To me, they're the same player, right? If you have a ball dominant guard, the guy that's supposed to facilitate your offense is the one taking all the shots. You're not going to go for it. I don't care what team you are. You're not going to
You're
go
not.
for it. And the Hawks right now have learned to, well, not learned, but have the opportunity to play as a team, and that's why they're having success. Right now they are Atlanta's number 5 in the East at 12 and
Mm-hmm.
8, and
Mm-hmm.
there's no telling if they'll stay. number 5 in the East throughout the up to the All-Star break. But I know right now they seem to be playing good ball. So there's that.
I think they're gonna move on from Trey Young, man, just because of that. I mean, um,
But this okay. So all right, Trey Young, Ja Morant, LaMelo Ball. These three seem to be interchangeable right now as far as being on the NBA chopping block, right?
mm-hmm.
But the reason I don't ever put any stock into any of the LaMelo Ball conversation is it's like nobody wants to buy a lemon. I don't care how pretty the car is. If the engine don't work, I don't want it. You know what I mean? You're not about to buy him out knowing he's only gonna play about 16 games out of 82. So you can quit with
Mm-hmm.
all those rumors. Trey Young also injury prone. Who's gonna take that? And then when you're not injured, you're gonna come in and try to take like 60% of the shots. So I
That's
think you're
right.
just stuck. Yeah, you're stuck, man. You're stuck with those problems.
Well, somebody somebody will take those players off their hand. Folks said the same thing about what's the guy he used to play in Washington?
John Wall,
No, the
Russell
other guy,
Westbrook,
the one that, he
Bradley
he
Beal,
he just played with the Phoenix Suns last year.
Bradley
Gosh,
Beal.
Bradley Beal, yeah, him.
Yep.
People were saying the same thing about him. Won't nobody take him? Won't nobody? Somebody will take these guys. So if you want to move them, you might have to take less than what you want, but you can. There's somebody will take those guys.
Yeah, Portland. They all going to Portland.
Maybe Portland, or shoot, it might be um, Dallas. You know,
Whew.
they'll make a bad trade in a minute, won't?
cost, cost Nico his job.
Yeah, man. Uh, but going back to what you were talking about, yeah, I think Detroit is gonna be good. I think they're gonna. I think Detroit is gonna hold on to one of those top three spots the whole year. I think they're good enough for that. Um, and you see the Bulls, we in the play-in spot. That's where we like to stay, boy. We play in all the time.
Hey man, at least you get to make the play in. We're gonna be in the lottery.
Yeah, man, we
We playing
play
for the
in,
lottery,
boy.
man. I'm just happy we finally did right by the NBA draft by selecting Con Nibble. When I say us, I'm talking about my Charlotte Hornets because it's been such a
Hmm.
terrible road as far as drafting. We spoke about it a little earlier. I remember the one. It was 2 seasons back to back where in total we only drafted one whole player because you had Michael Kidd Gilchrist couldn't shoot but could play defense. Then that next season we got Malik Monk. Didn't care anything about defense, but he could score. So in
Hmm.
2 years, you got one guy,
One guy. Yep. What do you think about that guy for the Hornets though? Brandon, the guy from Alabama.
Brandon Miller.
Brandon Miller. Yeah, how you like him?
I mean, I don't know if being around Lamelo Ball like literally rubbed off on him because now he's injury prone. Every time you look up, he can't play 20 games. I don't know
Hmm.
what's going on, but a healthy Brandon Miller, excuse me, stretches the defense. I mean, yeah, stretches the defense. Gives us some scoring. Gives us some type of ability to run in the open floor. So I mean,
I think
uh,
he's a good player.
yeah, I do too. When healthy,
Hmm.
when
Yeah.
healthy.
Somebody said that Duke, your boy Condipple got the Hornets looking good. He ain't that good, but he's looking. He got himself looking good, but he ain't got the Hornets looking
Con put
good.
a sentence in the overtime against y'all the other night.
He did, man. Um, okay, what you going to the West though? You think OKC can keep it up, man? What you think of them?
The Oklahoma City Thunder are gonna set the new NBA single season win total this year.
I can't say they not. They 19-1, but oh man, looking at the rest of I was thinking that the Houston Rockets could take their spot, but looks like they got to jail a little bit more. I don't know. I mean, I can't say that they not, man. Um, what you think they're gonna win 74, 75 games?
Yes, I do. And the reason I'm gonna say that is because, again, barring any serious injury, of course, you can't speed up Shea Gilgis. You can't. No, he moves at his own pace, and there's nothing anybody can do about it. He. I've never seen somebody in the NBA who's consistently taking shots squared up to the basket. Like he gets his shoulder squared on every shot. That's amazing to me. I haven't seen the man take like a seriously off balance shot yet, and since he's
Yeah,
been in there.
and
That's amazing.
he gets to the foul line consistently. He get that, but not like James Harden used to with the flopping and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
He get there consistently off of good movement that he made, and that team does a lot of good ball movement. So
Yeah,
they
OKC back to back. Mac OKC back to back. Yeah. Well,
they
I
in
don't
a
know.
fight. They in a fight with the Trailblazers right now though. 77-75, third
What's the
quarter.
first? I was gonna say it must be the third quarter. Then if
It's the
nobody has
third
100,
quarter.
nobody if nobody has 100, it got to be the third quarter, man. Yeah, they about to Shea about to go for like 25 in the fourth quarter and win that game. I ain't worried about that one, man. They've been playing better since Chauncey Billups got locked up.
Yeah,
That's,
they
that's
have.
amazing. I
They
guess now they
have.
can play their guy. They can play their guys now. Chauncey Billups ain't trying to keep certain guys out to meet betting standards. The Lakers, are they for real? I tried to slide that over there. Are the Lakers for real this year?
Well, uh, I don't think they gonna in a playoff series. I don't think they serious.
Really?
I think they're gonna have a good. I think they're gonna have a good regular season. Like second round and up. They might win a round. Um, you know, because if you look at, I don't think they. Obviously, I don't think they better than OKC. I don't think they're better than Houston.
Really?
Um, I don't. I think you got something to say about that.
Oh no, I just got something to say about Houston. Without Fred Van Fleet, that's why I don't really know how to judge them without that floor general being in there yet. 'Cause I want to see how Fred Van Fleet can open the floor for Kevin Durant even more than what they have going on right now. But
Hmm.
the thing about the Lakers to me is I believe this is starting to be the beginning of the end for LeBron James, health
Hmm.
wise. Like when you start getting the same injuries as people who don't play basketball, you got sciatica. Ain't really, you ain't got no
I ain't never
control
heard
over
no
that, homie.
basketball player having that. Right.
Right. Robert Parrish didn't even have sciatica.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so I think they're gonna have to figure out how to win without him going forward. I mean, I know he's back, but I think they're gonna have to figure out a way to win without LeBron, and that's why.
And you got to think about this: if say LeBron stays healthy, right, he plays the lion's share of the year. Is he going to be okay being the third option? Is is he going to be okay with that?
I
Because
think this is what he wanted.
he said that. You know,
Say sound good, sound
it
good.
sounds good, but like, because I know people talk about AD.
Hmm.
Um, when AD talking about AD not being healthy, and I know he's not hasn't been, but when he played with AD, you know, when AD was healthy, he would kind of not let him shine all the way most a lot of times because he was still like wanting to run the offense through himself. Is he going to let these guys? Because obviously Luca and Austin Reeves, they good. If they, I put it like this: if they can be a real big three, then they can make the West Finals unless they get in the bracket with OKC
or
early on.
Minnesota, or
Or,
Minnesota, because that seemed to be their kryptonite these past
or
two seasons.
mm-hmm.
That's who I hope gets some help is Anthony Edwards. When I say help, I'm talking about like some dogs that can run with him.
Yeah.
Cause I'd love to see him in the finals. I'd
He
love to
got,
see that.
but listen, he got one to me, but I think,
Who?
uh,
Randall?
uh, uh Randall, but he just disappeared in that last series last year.
That's what.
So you know,
And there you go.
I just think I don't know why he does that. Randall, in I guess it's just maybe like playoff James Harden, because in the regular season, man, Randall be showing out sometime, but
The
so
Knicks, the Knicks and the Timberwolves traded for the same player. I still don't even understand that trade. Y'all
yeah,
got the same guy,
yeah, they did,
a big man who doesn't want to play to his heights potential. Like Cat, you got Cat out there thinking he the best 3-point shooter in the world every season.
man.
I'll never understand that at being 7 feet tall.
Post game going away, bro. And I this what I watch the NBA. I'm always watching, but there are certain things about it, man, that I just hate. I hate that nobody wants to learn how to play a different style. If you can't hit your threes, you got to know how to play a different way. Post games help you do that. If you got a guy like Randall Strong, or a guy like Cat, why they don't have no post game? Coaches don't even coach that no more. I remember I watched one play that I'm gonna tell you that made me be like, man, this is crazy. It was the Denver Nuggets. I forget who they was playing against. This was like maybe right when Joker got on the team or something. So this is years ago. But
Right.
they had a 3-on-1 break, right? The point guard was dribbling up in the middle of the floor. The two guys on the other, they were on each wing. These guys ran to the 3-point line. It was a 3-on-1 break, bro. They had only one dude back there, and the point guard just threw it to one of them. He shoot the 3-pointer, miss it. The one guy that was in the back to defend gets the rebound. I was like, man, what is this?
You got to thank your man down there in Houston. What's his name? Is it Daryl Morey who
D'Antoni.
hired? No, Daryl Morey I think was the guy
Oh,
who
Daryl Moore.
hired the analytics guy on his staff, and that right there was the beginning of according to the stats, it says that the 3-point shot is your better option on the fast break, which is pure insane. That is not common sense. I don't know how you pay somebody to tell you that, but this is where we are now. This is where
Man,
we are.
it's crazy, bro. But going back to what you were saying about Minnesota, yeah, I mean, if Randall doesn't step up, then yeah, obviously they need to get him some help because uh, Anthony Edwards, he a dog, man. He go and get it.
Man, but he does. Just looking at the Western Conference as it stands now, the teams that are ahead of them, it's gonna be tough sledding for him this year with just him. Without that extra
Yeah,
guy, it's gonna be rough,
yeah.
man. Like I'm thinking San Antonio might even end up being the third spot in the West this year, the way that Wemby looking.
They might, they might. You know, Wimby's looking good. He got to stay healthy though, because
Yeah, blood clots and being a big
yeah.
man. Yeah, yeah, I understand that also. Oh, had this I posed this question to my to a family member of mine the other day. We were talking hoops. Is Shea Gillis Alexander a better all around player than Steph Curry?
Yes.
You ain't even think about it.
Yeah, man. I mean, why did he say he wasn't? Your family, he said he wasn't.
What he said was he'd have to give it more time. I guess give Shea more time.
I get well, yeah, I guess because he ain't got as many chips. I guess that's why he said that, or maybe. But defensively, he better defender. He a better rebounder. All that Curry does better than him is shoot.
And and
Maybe
I and
play make. I guess.
and I'm not even gonna say he shoots better. I just think he shoots a higher percentage of 3-pointers better because inside the arc, Shea automatic.
Yeah, yeah,
He got that old Rip Hamilton about him inside that 3-point
yeah.
line.
He does. So Man, he looked like, you mentioned Rip Hamilton. Shoot, he looked like Shea kind of play like Mitch Richmond too.
Whew. Now see, I caught kind of the Sacramento Kings Mitch Richmond. I ain't get to see the Golden State Warrior
Oh,
Mitch Richmond when it was
bruh.
Run. What was it? Run
Run
TMC.
TMC.
Yeah, I ain't
Man,
get to.
I'm telling you, Mitch Richmond at well, can't nobody talk Michael Jordan, but I seen interviews with Michael Jordan talking about Mitch Richmond gave him Mitch Richmond gave him hell. He'll say that, but they would always beat him because Mitch Richmond played on some bad teams. They would always win, but Mitch Richmond was something else, boy. I'm telling you. And people don't give him credit. People don't know about him. But yeah, Mitch Richmond. I mean, if you want to talk history about it, I can give you a lot of names, bro. That's good.
Go ahead, throw some out there then. Throw
Oh,
some out there.
well, I said Mitch Richmond, Alex English,
See, I know the Denver Nuggets jersey. Again, didn't get to watch him play, but I know the jersey though.
Alex English, and the he had another guy on his team, Fat Lever. Those two, man, those guys run and gun. They didn't play defense though, so that they lost a lot. But they would, man, they was some killers offensively, man. Those two guys. Back in '80s, they used to give Magic and them some tough games.
Oh
Again,
yeah.
Magic and them would always win because it was them. But yeah, Alex English and Fat Lever was some good players. Um, the guys used to play for the Bucks in the '80s, Milwaukee Bucks. Alvin Robertson. Alvin Robertson. Look up some Alvin Robertson highlights, man. He was a defender. He would consistently give you 20 and 5 assists or something, and he'd get you a couple of steals every game. And the Bucks had a good team. They had Terry Cummings, um, a guy named Paul Pressey. You heard of Paul Pressey?
I heard of Terry Cummings, not Paul Pressey.
Terry Cummings, Paul Pressey. Man, look at them old '80s Milwaukee Bucks teams. They were good, man. But they came up in the time when the bad boy Pistons was dominant. So nobody could beat the bad boy Pistons, but those teams were good.
All right, so let's take the Chicago Bulls out of this next question because that's always the answer when you're talking basketball. It's either Michael Jordan or the Bulls, no matter what question you ask. Best six
Hmm.
man, Tony Kukoc, right? Because he played for the Bulls. But dig this, taking the Bulls out, give me the best era of team that you saw.
Oh, oh man. To
You
be
got the
honest,
Lakers.
man, uh, and you talking about teams that won chips, everything,
Yeah, yes sir.
irregardless. Okay, well, the best team that I saw, man, is probably, and I didn't like this team. I hated them, but the Bad Boy Pistons. They they were a very very good team. And obviously the Lakers with like the '87 Lakers. They had a whip, man. They had Kareem, Magic, um, uh, AC Green, James Worthy. Who else was on that team? Michael Cooper, defensive player. Byron Scott. 1 through 10, man. They had a couldn't nobody mess with them. Um, so I would say those two, the Bad Boy Pistons and the '87 Lakers.
Where would you put the Kobe Shaq led Lakers?
I would put them. Uh, I would put them as the fourth best team. I don't think they would beat the Bad Boy Pistons. '87 Lakers or the '86 Celtics. I don't think they will beat those three teams in a series, um, because they had like the Kobe Shaq Lakers had they had a lot of others. Shaq like to say the others.
Yeah.
They had Robert Orr, they had Rick Fox, Derek Fisher, and the guy, what's the guy named Brian Shaw. They had those guys on the team, but I don't think those guys are better than Byron Scott, AC Green, um, who else I name? James Worthy.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
definitely. Definitely.
they're not better than them. Those guys are not better. And Michael Thompson, I ain't even named him. He was on the '87 Lakers team too. They're not better than those guys. You look at the '86 Celtics. They're not better than DJ, Danny Ainge. Um, I think they had Cedric Maxwell's on that team. I believe they 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 might be comparable to those guys.
Okay.
They might be comparable to those guys, but the '86 Celtics was very good too. Because they had Bird, that big three: Bird, McHale, and Parrish. Uh,
Robert Parrish, boy.
Robert Parrish, man, Robert Parrish was something else.
Robert Parrish was a Hornet at one point.
He was, but his career was over then, boy. He could he couldn't even move. He was on the '96 Bulls too.
Yeah.
He,
Yeah.
he, he couldn't move though. um, but yeah, I think Kobe and Shaq, they would have been able to compete, but I think they would have lost to those teams in like 6 games, maybe 7.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna get you to pick some winners real quick before we get up out of here, man. It's real early in the NBA season, right?
Mm-hmm.
The season's still wide open, figuratively speak. Who would you like to see in the NBA Finals right now?
Well, just based on who we think are good, I would like to see Detroit in there, and I would like to see them against either Minnesota or Houston, just based on the kind of matchup I would like to see.
And what kind of matchup is that in particular?
Just teams that are new, that you haven't seen before. Like last year was that way too. I enjoyed seeing OKC in Indiana because they were new to the game in terms of being in championship round. So I enjoyed that. So that's why I picked those teams, because they are up and comers, and like I don't want to see. I wouldn't want to see the Lakers play in New York or something. I wouldn't really want to watch that, but just because those teams are the teams that get talked about the most. But I don't think that matchup I threw out there is going to happen though. I don't think Houston or Minnesota going to get to the finals.
Oh no, nah. Shay going back. Shay going back for that one. He going back to defend that title. I think it'll be yeah, I'm gonna have to rock with Detroit and OKC in the finals. And I think that'll be a nice dog fight. I think that'll be a real nice dog fight going to six. Going to 6 games.
Detroit play good defense, man.
Yeah,
That would
that's
be a
why
good
yeah.
series. That would be a
Going to
good
six.
series.
Going to 6, and the only reason I say 6 is because OKC has been there before and they know how to handle the bright lights. That's why I got them in 6 instead of 7.
Well, I can't argue with that, man. Somebody got to beat OKC for me to go against them. They got a team, and they got because that guy Jamal Williams is very good too. That's his name. Ain't his name Jamal Williams? Oh no, Jalen Williams. I'm sorry.
Jalen Williams.
Yeah, Jalen Williams. My bad. He's a very good player too. So yeah.
All right. Super Bowl February. Who's
Oh,
showing up?
yeah, you know we showing up, man. Bears
So it's the
showing up.
Bears. So it's the Bears in
Bears
the Super
showing
Bowl
up.
representing the NFC.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, who are y'all playing?
Um, probably. Shoot, man. Let me go and see. Look at the standings real quick before I
Oh
make
yeah.
my judgment now.
Uh-huh.
Oh, let me see. I'm gonna say, man, I wouldn't be surprised if New England win.
The Drake May New England Patriots.
I wouldn't be surprised if New England win, man. I'm gonna tell you
Hmm.
why. That guy, that coach they have, I wouldn't. I was telling people that I wanted him to be our coach when he was available. I'm
Hmm.
glad I'm fine, and I like Ben Johnson. Obviously, he doing a good job, but that guy can coach too because he is letting he brought him a good offense coordinator along with him. So he ain't running the offense. He's just working with the defense and letting Josh McDaniels do what he do best. I wouldn't be surprised if New England went to the Super Bowl.
I
Cause
got the Rams. Oh, my fault. My fault. Go ahead. Go ahead.
no, I won't say because look at the other teams that's up in there that you think are good, man. Like Buffalo, man, it's holes all over that team. Um, Baltimore.
That's my pick.
You got Baltimore.
I got Baltimore. They had this Cincinnati setback, but they still in position to win their division because it's between them and the Steelers just lost to Buffalo.
Yeah, they. I mean, they if they could put it together, man. But they got a lot of holes on defense. What y'all gonna do there?
They gonna have to figure it out between now and the Super Bowl, but they go they gonna get there though. They gonna get there.
They'll
It's
have
gonna
to
be
figure
them,
it out. All
them
right.
and the
Well, who
Rams.
you got? Who you got?
I
Baltimore playing
I got Baltimore playing the Rams, man. I think the
the
Rams are gonna
Rams.
come out of the NFC. Them same Rams that we beat today are going to the Super Bowl. And I think this loss is what's going to help catapult them to the Super Bowl. We just gave them some fire that they needed, man.
They good. They're a good team. Cause I said we was gonna go to the Super Bowl, and if you asked me to go, who you gonna beat in the championship game, I was gonna say the
It,
Rams.
it'd be the Rams. Yeah.
It'd be the Rams because they good. The Rams are a good team, but I just think, man, we got a lot of momentum. A lot of I'm just gonna put my chips out there with my boys, man. I want to see them do
Hey, man. Well, we started this live talking about the Chicago Bears, so we might as well end it talking about your Chicago Bears, too. Ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Don't forget, man, y'all can always catch the regular showing. The regular show comes out on like Thursday night on YouTube. We also on Connected Radio. We're on iHeart Radio now. We're on Spotify. We're on Amazon Music. We're on YouTube Music. So again, thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'd like to send a special thank you to Mr. Mashawn Roberson. I really appreciate your insight, man, and coming on here and talking about that HBCU game day article along with me. Is there
it.
a social media that or anything that you want to give folks?
No, no. I mean, I appreciate coming on too as well. I'd like to, join you other times too. I think the
Yeah,
conversation was
absolutely.
very good. So I appreciate you having me, and I just look forward to it, brother.
Absolutely. Hey, don't go anywhere, man. When we sign off, I want to talk to you about some stuff. Hey,
Okay, then.
y'all have a great night. Don't forget always whenever you go outside, take God with you. Y'all be kind. Y'all be careful, man. Peace.